You know, I don't know how to feel about this, but I think that thing just ought to be scrapped.
What's should be scrapped?
Charging people for this form is abuse.
Look, I mean,
it's honest abuse,
and that's why
I don't understand. It's abuse.
I honestly don't think people should
it
be charged.
Doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. Now we sit in this country. We've been arguing that embassies across this country, you go and apply for visa, they know they won't give you. When they take your money, and when they don't give you, then they seize your money. Yeah. And we are canvassing for that to stop. And our own government, people want to sacrifice themselves to defend this country. They have to pay 200 cedis. What kind of elimination tactics is that?
Doesn't make
sense.
That,
as you were saying, it's a positive exclusionary method. Now, if it's positive, for the people who honestly want to serve this country, you are limiting it to people who can afford. How is that national service?
Yeah.
It's not national service anymore.
I totally agree.
So that thing, they should give the money back to the people. What kind of 200 cedis is it?
That's all.
Is it the stationery they are using? Is it not paid for by the government? What kind of money are they collecting from people? And I understand the police is also 200 cedis. Oh. Well, what is that? You want?
I'm sure it's the same with immigration.
Yeah. Yes, it's an abuse by these organizations. It's an abuse, and nobody knows what they do with that money.
Yeah. Don't take
you understand? It's wrong. They just ought to stop it. And Mr. President, let this thing be stopped because it's not right. People want to serve their country are charging them money. Like how?
And you see, the issue of intention for me is neither here nor there. Because you see, you can't really tell what somebody's intentions are for wanting to serve. It is true. Some will be for economic reason. Some clearly for patriotic, nationalistic reasons. Whatever it is.
Moro, the idea that somebody wants to serve his country does not exclude. It does not exclude economic interest.
Of course.
But over and above, you're saying that individual will give his life. They could choose any number of things to do, but they wanted to do military. That's where the sacrifice is. They want to do police. That's where the sacrifice is. But they ought to be compensated for that effort because they must keep body and soul together. So that has nothing to do with anything. They don't have to be charged. In fact, I don't understand. I mean, let's try and see. Maybe you can call somebody from the ministry, tell us historical account of that money they've been collecting. What did they use the money for?
Yeah. Good question.
What did they use the money for?
Yeah.
You know, and then you take all that money and you don't provide them a proper system. So what is that money supposed to pay for the Airwork Stadium where they went?
That's the issue.
Well, what is it?
Look, have you seen the state of the Ahiagbah Stadium?
Yes.
I don't need to say anything.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Only God knows.
That's why I said that they should just budget it as part of, you are doing recruitment. You know it will cost you this amount.
Yes.
It's part of your human capital development.
Yeah, put that in the budget.
Budget proposal to the ministry.
Maybe we should scrutinize their budget and see if they don't have anything like this already captured and they're still charging people for it. It's become a process because people have interest, so they charge them.
Yeah.
And then you were talking about an individual who is commercializing the process, collecting money from people. We know that thing happens. It happens all the time. Why do we keep in this country?
I don't know whether the ICTs...
I'm coming. When we are talking about corruption in this country, we limit it to the ministers, we limit it to politicians, right? But this country is thoroughly corrupt.
Yeah.
From the ministries, from the district assemblies, from everywhere. Everywhere you go do something which is a service they ought to provide for citizens, they have to charge you. We ought to confront this thing. So that contributes to the cost of living in this country.
Oh, yeah.
You can't do anything that is just what fee has been approved. Yeah. You ought to give somebody money. Otherwise, what has to be done that you have paid for legitimately will not be done. And nobody can say anything about it.
When I hear people ask,
why?
How do Ghanaians who are earning 1,500, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, how are they surviving? It's very simple. And there's nothing like Ghanaians are magician. We're either begging or stealing.
Yes. And that's what it is. Look, just
we're either begging MPs or people for money, or we're stealing.
On Thursday,
there's no magic in this.
No, on Wednesday actually, I was with some young people in the Volta region, and they've expressed interest in joining the police, and they said, okay, well, the form is 200. That's how come I knew the police is also 200, and so they want to go. Okay, this many of them, they want 200 so they can buy the form. You understand? And then when they buy the form, once you commit, you give them the money to buy the form. They have to take transport and go to wherever they're going to convert them and treat them like they treated the recruits in the military case. Okay? When they go to training, they have to buy stuff.
Yeah.
They spend money. You understand? So I'm just sitting here thinking, what are you looking for? Are you commercializing the military? You are commercializing the police service? What is it? It doesn't make any sense. This thing must stop.
Let's stop it.
I want to even
It must stop.
know whether they've outsourced the IT solution that they are using. Maybe
that's a problem. If they
maybe we
outsource
need to find that.
I'm saying that if they outsource that, that's even a bigger problem.
Yes,
so
that's
we are outsourcing
yes.
that data to a private person.
Yes,
it
yes.
cannot be.
No, but I'm not sure
I'm
it's
just-
managed
no,
by
You're just
them.
asking a question.
Yeah.
I'm also asking because I'm not sure the defense ministry is managing that IT solution.
And you suspect that this private company,
Is
perhaps
the-
this
perhaps.
private company that's managing the whole exercise,
yes,
is charging.
it's
And
it's
that's why they're
possible.
collecting the money.
Yes,
That shouldn't be the case.
yes,
The
because
Ghana Armed Forces have more than enough people with competence to do this. They don't need to outsource it to anybody.
Absolutely.
Maybe
When it
we
comes
need
to
to-
precision,
we-
being organized and planning.
yeah, they are very
Come on.
organized institution.
You
So
know,
anyway,
I think we are
Moro,
all on the
maybe
same page.
You are telling my brother to take it as a course, but you should take it as a
I will.
course.
Every day when I come
and make it a Good Morning Ghana course.
Yes.
We must call on the government to change that.
I agree with you.
That probably will be a plaudit for the government.
Absolutely,
Because
I agree.
citizens, look, there are people, we are talking about people who don't have jobs. Okay, you are talking about the unemployment situation being real. These are individuals who don't have jobs, and you want them to cough up 200 cities. From where? Where are they going to get the money from?
Look how we said it simultaneously.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense. It ought to stop.
I'm sure as we speak, somebody has borrowed 200 Ghana cedis, or perhaps
go?
300 Ghana cedis to go and do this. The person was even selected amongst the 60,000.
Yeah, they will be
Yes,
selected.
and yet the person is not even sleeping in their house.
No, let me just
Yes,
tell you.
because the
it's
credit
true
card
because
is
the
a-
They'll
credit
be
card is
chasing,
after
and
you.
then you don't even know that you are going to get it. And if you don't get in, you don't get in, you don't get your money back. Look, yesterday, a very hard-working young lady, okay, she came to join us in doing some work at where some work we're doing, and so we wanted to send payment to her phone. He said, no. I said, what happened? He said, oh no, I'm owing on that. Okay, so how much is he owing? 300 cedis. You understand? So somebody like that, if she wants to join, you want her to bring 200 cedis to come and buy a form that does not assure her any passage to join the service, and then she pays that, and you then select her, or she comes there and get run over and die, and her 200 is gone, her life is gone. Like literally, just take it and walk away. It's an abuse.
Moro,
They are stealing. from people.
unfortunately,
It's bad.
I'm happy the way you are passionate about this.
Yeah, because it's wrong.
But you guys, 350 cities before. So what did you say about that?
Is he here's where you go wrong.
No. I'm
But
just asking for, because if 200 is
It's not. It's no.
eliciting this.
No, I'm talking about. Even if it's one city.
No,
Okay.
no, we are on the same course.
Okay,
I'm
so,
only.
so let's leave it on
So
that.
he wants to know
course.
whether you've always
held that position.
No, the
this is
conversation
just
hasn't
recent.
come up. It's come up today.
No, but you
That's
are
all.
aware. You were aware of
But
that.
I'm just telling you that I met people yesterday, Wednesday, who said they wanted to go to the service. That's how come I learned about paying.
Oh,
the
so
money.
you
No,
didn't know.
I don't know about
Okay.
that. But the truth of the matter is that even if it was done yesterday, if it's wrong today, it's wrong then. And I'm not even engaging in a conversation of this government is doing anything wrong.
No,
or
no, no,
right.
no, no. I'm
So-
only.
So
I'm
your
only-
reminder is
no, no, no,
needless.
no.
If that's not what I'm saying.
No,
you
Richard,
are going
no,
back.
no. I'm only. I like the passion at which.
the state, whether MBBN.
Yeah.
No. I
It's
agree. I'm only
material.
saying that how
And
would
you
he
know-
have felt when it was 350?
Yeah.
That's what I just wanted to. Because this morning, the way you have.
No, but
No,
I'm
but you
saying
see,
it's wrong.
you're doing quantum analysis. We're just saying.
Yes.
No,
whether it's one
he's
city, two
insecure.
cities.
That's his problem. He's insecure.
No,
He
that's
thinks
fine.
I'm talking about
What
his
about
government.
this?
He thinks I'm
No,
talking about
this
his
is about
government. I'm not
states.
talking
What
about
about it, Charlie?
government.
Let's stop it.
I'm not talking about your government.
I've
I'm just
not
saying
mentioned
that
government now.
our people have been abused. And for all you know, and I just talked about how is it that as a country we target the politicians as the corrupt people.
Yes.
I made that point, which affected.
I think we are on the same
Alright.
page.
So the truth is that
Okay.
those individuals leading those organizations, I'm pretty sure the minister may not be the one sanctioning this.
That's
thing.
fine.
You understand? But he must take steps to say
Okay.
no, not
Okay.
anymore, because
All right.
they promise
Okay.
to provide jobs for young people,
Okay.
and you don't collect money from people who don't have a job
Right.
in order to provide a job for them.
Okay.
That's not what you promised us
All
in
right.
2024.
Okay. So